Man, Castlevania 3 is so easy. Who the is this?
Yeah.
Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest is a good game.
Yes, so?
Simon's Quest takes risks and isn't just more of the same Castlevania.
Since beating Castlevania 1 Leather Whip only, I decided to skip the best game in the series and go for the third one with more practice. And because it's a challenge video, it's gonna be less memed up. Castlevania 3 Leather Whip only. Let's get into it. Now before I get started, obviously I'm going to be playing the American version of Castlevania 3. I don't think I have to say why, but there's a code you can enter if you're really that bad.
What's the password, you swab?
If you type
Help me!
before you start the game, it actually gives you 10 lives instead of 3, but I don't need to do that.
You swabs?
Like the Konami code, if you actually use this, you're a
pussy.
So I'm just going to enter my name as
Walter Hartwell White.
This is still the best Castlevania intro theme, I don't care what anyone says. It's so good, I'll play it again.
Stop! Okay. Dude!
Okay, fine. What is the level 1? A miserable little pile of coding that's easy as shit. But enough talk. This is a stupid joke. Before getting into it, I just want to use the Famicom music for level 1 because it's just really good music.
These are facts.
But brace yourself because after this level, I'm gonna go back to using the NES soundtrack for immersion.
Oh no.
Anyway, like in Castlevania 1, the Leather Whip is gonna be much shorter range and has a slightly different hitbox. But also like in Castlevania 1, the game's gonna constantly try and give you the next whip upgrade. But once you get the second whip upgrade, it also takes 8 hearts to get the next and final upgrade. And of course, as I make my way through this screen, if I pick up the upgrade by accident, then I pretty much have to die.
Bye-bye.
So...
Don't touch.
And there's just not much to say about level 1, but look who's back again. I will say I definitely like their design in this game compared to the first one. There's always going to be an axe in that candle, so avoid it at all costs. And when you get down here, there's going to be a hunchback that jumps at you. So literally just let him jump into you and hit him. That's it for
Quasimodo.
And if you break this block to the left, there's actually a good old piece of meat in the wall, which, you know, refills your health.
This is a tasty...
Wall meat. Pretty much as soon as the hunchbacks appear on screen, literally just let them jump into you. But you just have to be careful of all these candles trying to give you the whip upgrades. And unfortunately in this game, you can't jump over the bone pillars without taking a hit. In the first game, they were just more vertical and slim compared to this game. You can just take them out normally, but your fingers are gonna have a lot of fun mashing the button.
I killed a man with this thumb.
And this is basically the final stretch of the level. And it's the level 1 boss. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain it. It's the level 1 boss. Now, normally when you play Castlevania 3, you can choose to go up and you'll go through the clock tower and get the best character in the game, Grant.
Nasty?
But to make it even more difficult for me,
How do you pronounce that last name?
I'm gonna skip the clock tower and do Trevor only. So that means no Grant. I need a second. But it's okay. I'll pick the down path and still beat this challenge easily. This is yet another criminally underrated Castlevania song.
It's true.
You wanna know my piece of advice for this entire section right here? Hold right. Then a ghost appears over here. You can just kill him. And I'll save the stupid joke for later. If you just keep walking left, he'll always jump over you so you can just go. And guess what? If you did the clock tower and Grant, you just skipped that one section. It was worth it though, cause Grant.
The goat! The goat!
Anyway, this part can be kind of annoying because of all the owls that spawn.
It's an animal.
Pretty much as soon as they spawn, just jump and take them out. It's not that difficult. Yeah, I never understood why people have difficulty with this section. Welp, I guess I gotta die. And now in this room, there's the first red skeleton in the game. They're pretty annoying because unlike the regular skeletons, they won't go down. And as I go through this section and damage boost through everything because I'm that good, I just want to point out the incredible graphics of this game, especially the storm in the background is amazing. This definitely runs well on my modded RGB NES, and you should totally know to break this piece of the block and you'll get a piece of meat. And that's stage 2. I'm sure everybody's gonna say,
Oh my god, you gotta do the Alucard path or you're bad.
what do you have to say now?
You're a pussy.
I'll cover Alucard Path in part 2, trust me. Take out the bird and there's an axe in that torch, so don't hit that. This room's gonna be full of the jellyfish. You can pretty much just hold right and jump over the jellyfish. Their spores won't be able to hit you. Jump from here and you'll be able to kill that guy every time. Besides the skeletons, this room's gonna be full of
Spiders! A giant legion of spiders!
You actually want to move forward and keep jumping towards the skeleton, so you avoid the dagger and that candle. The dagger is the most useless weapon in all of Castlevania.
Now you fucked up!
The dagger only has one use in this game. Want to find out what it is?
Check out
My original Castlevania 3 video. Anyway, we're at the boss, the Cyclops. It's actually pretty interesting. In the Japanese version, his AI is just completely different. You have to actually go towards him and try to kill him. But in the USA version, he's basically always locked on to trying to get you. But this boss is still incredibly easy. You can just camp on this block and keep hitting him to death. I mean, sure, he can move out of the way when his head's about to come and hit you, but
Ain't nobody got time for that!
someone just tank it and kill him. That's it for the Cyclops.
You should kill yourself now.
Hello, Bozo.
Yeah, Cypher, no offense. If I had to say no to Grant, this is an even easier no. So... It's everybody's favorite level in this game.
He goes!
Ship. Alright, look, before you start freaking out, it's a really easy level, but it's kind of long. So obviously the level is going to be filled with all these ghost pirates. They just kind of walk for a few seconds, then they'll stab you. An easy way to deal with this one, let them walk backwards, and then after the second stab, you can jump and then take them out.
Don't touch me, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that's a big problem in this game. The random subweapon drops. Even in normal runs, you have to be very careful with the enemies dropping random subweapons. It could royally fuck you over. And we're in another long corridor of the ghosts.
He goes!
As long as you just keep holding right, they will never catch you. When you get to around here, you can jump off that ghost if you want. And here's a piece of meat.
Oh god, it's so good.
And then to kill this ghost, stand here, get in this spot, and you just gotta quickly whip him. Unfortunately, it takes 3 hits with leather whip versus 2 hits for the ghost with a normal whip. And who is sending all these ghosts, by the way?
You know what to do down there.
And I'm still not gonna make the joke, but also if you keep walking to the left there, that ghost will never hit you. This room has a really interesting and cool fact, but there is somewhere you can get that cool information.
How many times?
After doing some basic platforming, you'll reach the boss, Medusa.
She is such a bad bitch, though.
She's pretty much a joke like in every entry. You want to keep this distance and whip her. You only want to crouch as soon as she pulls out the snake, because it'll fly over you.
Miss.
If you just crouch the entire fight, or do it too early, she'll aim the snake down at you. There's no way to dodge the petrification, but just tank the hits. Sorry to be the one to tell you, there's a second half to this level.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Basically jump into them and whip as soon as they're about to stab you, and by that time their stab animation will be done. And guys, this level's not that hard. It gives you 2 pieces of meat.
Oh god.
And this is really useful and interesting information.
Go away!
Those pirates will never walk over the crumble blocks. I hope that was worth your time. And these tilty platforms, I'll save it for later, why I hate those. This is probably the most dangerous room in the entire level, but as long as you stay on this platform, that bird can't knock you off. And for this second one, you can just jump and whip them. But those birds are really annoying because they have RNG patterns. That pirate's a different color than the rest of them. Can you tell I play this game too much? If you have enough health, you can actually just use the ghost to boost over. And congrats, you're at the level 4 boss. The fight starts when you stand around here.
Why are you smiling?
Alright, so really quick, because I love giving information and sharing the extensive knowledge I have of this game. In the Japanese version, the mummies actually fire their bandages just straight, versus in the American version where they're more wavy and annoying to dodge. Plus why in the Japanese version is there 2 blocks missing from the bottom right.
Who cares?
So whip the mummies immediately, it'll take out their bandages and do damage. Then make your way to the right, and after 2 to 3 seconds, get ready to whip again. You want to time it to when the mummy throws his bandage, so you can take it out. And just make your way all the way to the right, and focus on killing on the right mummy first, because the right one is just stuck fighting on the right side all the time, he'll never move past the middle. And then you can focus your efforts on taking out the left one, and the same concept applies to the left one, he'll never pass the middle, so you can just take your time and kill him. And look who it is again.
Cyclops.
Yeah, this time around you want to get on the platforms and just whip his head as he comes towards you. And he does charge a lot more. If you want, you can go left into him and then pull right immediately because he'll actually use his hammer and it'll allow you to get a lot more hits faster.
You're too slow.
The only risk you run is sometimes if you do this, he just decides to charge at you. So don't do it more than twice, is my advice.
That's called motherfucking boys!
But after a long ass fight, level 4 the ghost ship is defeated. This is definitely another underrated tune, and I like the NES version of it over the Famicom.
Instant replay, please.
Over the Famicom.
I go, it's Famicom, not Famicom.
Shut up.
Anyway, even though I have a leather whip, I'm just gonna bounce into the fireballs behind Hitbox. And then damage boost again. I don't have to hurt my fingers killing the bone pillars.
That's an amazing rhyme.
And I'm just that good.
That is so true.
Here's everybody's favorite part of Castlevania. Stairs. I mean, it's a tower level, of course it's gonna have stairs. Just keep making your way up, and these gargoyle enemies similar to Medusa heads, you can just kill them. Usually it's best to wait to kill them as they're coming up. I'm just gonna damage boost off this guy. And there's a piece of meat, and I can act like I did that damageless.
That's not how it works.
Not much to say about this room other than the fact it's filled with
Fuzzy fuck butts.
that you can't kill with your whip. This always struck me as interesting. It's like the tower's collapsing, and obviously if you stay down there then you die. But as I'm yapping, just make sure you go to the right when the paths split here. It's much easier to kill that enemy than by going up the stairs.
What do I do? What do I do?
And of course if you run ahead, then sometimes the enemies can spawn on top of you. I'm just gonna skip this room. I think me fighting the Axe Knight with the leather whip is living proof that these guys are not that hard at all to kill. That's how it's done. Before I cover this room, more trivia. Yeah, the bone pillars in the Japanese version, the bone pillars projectiles move so much slower. It doesn't matter though, because this section is still easy as shit. So take out the fireballs and walk up, and then line up with the bone pillar's fireballs, in case he fires as you wait for the top one to fire. This is self-explanatory.
I don't know what that means.
Alright, here, just press the up button once, you'll be fine. And then stop here. Walk up to trigger the top one's fireballs, and then you can just book it.
Incredible.
Make sure when killing this bird, just stay on the stairs, because stairs negate knockback if you get hit by anything. And then break this block for a piece of meat, and you're at the level 5 boss. Basically just keep this distance from him. Just try to move out of the way when he causes the ceiling to collapse. And he'll occasionally throw the block at you, and you might get hit. Okay, this is like so easy. Let's just move on from this. I don't care if I say it every level, but this theme right here, definitely top 3. You can basically just stand there and let
Quasimodo
jump towards you and whip them. And I don't really feel like fighting this Axe Knight today. What a loser.
Takes one to know one.
Alright, now this room's gonna stink. Taking out the birds is top priority, so just watch how they fly and kill them. And just keep jumping forward and making your way through the stream. And then you can hold right once you get to the side that pushes you to the right. There's gonna be a lot of Axe Knight and bone pillars, so prepare your thumbs. And I meant to do that, so we're just gonna skip this whole part. I already know you're not gonna attempt leather whip only.
It's true.
Okay, I'll actually kill the bone pillar here.
It was a misinput.
And then this is the part where I showed AVGN how it's done. Will I be able to do it again with the leather whip?
What is wrong with me today?
Even though I'm on 1 HP, this is fine. It's fine.
Keep telling yourself that.
Still have to take out another Axe Knight.
Ice in the fucking veins!
And I'm definitely playing it a little risky today.
Ooh.
Go away!
Just gotta kill one more Axe Knight and then it's basically done.
Hey bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet!
Could they make it any easier? I played that section to perfection.
Motherfucking boys!
Once again, take out the bird, and then the bridge starts collapsing. Another bird.
Another one.
As long as you keep your distance from the jumping merman, you'll be fine. And then now we're on the Hydra boss. And please bear with me. I want to point out yet another Famicom version difference.
How many times?
The Hydra sprites are completely different, and the way they aim their fire is also different. Also, it's like hella laggy in the Famicom version. The Hydras always go in the same spot the first time, but after that it's mostly random. Ideally, I just found crouching on this block here keeps Trevor just out of range from the fire breath and keeps hitting the right Hydra, although sometimes the right Hydra's an asshole. As long as you stay 3 blocks away, you're good.
Instant replay, please.
Away, you're good.
I got said we're good now.
We gonna edit that out.
Never jump to the right platform ever. Or just to mention it, if you crouch, hit the Hydra head immediately and jump away, you'll dodge his fire breath and get a hit off. But as long as you keep 3 blocks away from their fire breath, this fight's not too bad. This song Aquarius, I'll actually put it at 3 and put stream at 2. If you make that jump a little early, you can actually get through the second set of platforms in one cycle. Normally you're not able to do that.
Help me!
And to sum up this level in 2 words, bone pillars and axe knights. And on these stairs, walk and stop about here. It'll make sure that Fleeman can't hit you, and that other Fleeman will always hop over you, and you basically have a clean getaway through the rest of this section.
Quasimodo predicted all this.
Yeah, we are just gonna fast forward the fuck out of this room, because it is literally killing bone pillars. Up here though, you want to go all the way to the right. It'll force the Axe Knight to get a little closer to you. And then you can actually end up in this spot, which allows you to fight the first Axe Knight while having time to react to the second Axe Knight's projectiles, then just kill the second one. Doesn't matter anyway, because the Axe Knight's still gonna go down. Normally I would make a piece of meat joke, but how did a leather whip spawn down there?
That is the question.
I'll save it for later, why I hate those. This is my favorite part of Castlevania 3.
This right here is my favorite thing.
Yeah, for those confused, that's actually a pixel perfect jump. So you have to wait till about the very last second before Trevor goes careening off the edge. Who falls faster?
Mega Man?
In Mega Man 1 or Trevor in Castlevania 3?
That is the question.
Anyway, this room is just filled with red skeletons and jump just before the red skeleton whips. You'll be able to take him out. As long as you just stay in the middle of this section, you'll be fine. You can just fall straight down. And even though this stage isn't that hard, there's 3 bosses. The mummies are back. The same strategy from the ghost ship applies. But you have this nice little platform to camp, kill the right mummy every time he comes by, and just dodge his projectiles.
Return the slab.
And then every time the mummy's walking to the left, you can go in and whip him. But just before he turns back to the right, you can just retreat and jump up to the top platform to dodge his projectiles. Just gonna speed this up.
Thanks.
And guess which motherfucker is back for the 3rd time?
Cyclops.
I mean, his fight's even easier than the ghost ship. You can just jump up this platform every time you're done attacking him, and he walks over. Just make sure you walk to the left side of the block, and then go back down, because he can do this.
Gotcha, bitch.
After that, there's one more boss to go.
Who's there?
Thunder thighs are on the move.
This thing has the most HP in the game normally. Guess how many hits this thing takes with the leather whip?
24.
64. Luckily, he's very easy. Main thing to look out for, after every 3rd jump, he throws these 3 fireballs at you.
Fireball!
So you can lure him to the right side and kind of lock him into a pattern, because he will mimic the direction you're facing. So let him jump up there, so you can move to the left, and then back to the right, and then face to the right. And you can pretty much lock him up in the corner like this, and avoid his fireballs pretty easily.
Fireballs, yum!
Although sometimes you might end up in a situation where he doesn't jump to the right, so you have to move out of the way.
Thunder thighs are loose.
And then this can happen.
What am I supposed to do?
You can still get out of a situation like that. But regardless, this guy has weird hitboxes. That's it for stage 7. So I'm going to save the rest of the game for the next part, but I'm also going to show off how I did the Alucard path, because I already know what the comments are going to look like. But thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Please like and subscribe, it helps the channel a lot. Don't forget to join the Discord if you want to talk to me, or other retro gaming fans. And check out my original Castlevania 3 video, or the Castlevania playlist if you want to see. See you next time.
What was that? I was already here!